about 16,688 tons of food waste generated per day in Malaysia. Each house of 4 people can produce almost 1 kilogram of food waste every day. Not every house in this country practices composting. This is because the awareness of Malaysians on the food waste composting is relatively poor. Other reason is because lack of facility for composting and insufficient knowledge on composting steps. Most of the time, they will just throw away the food waste and it will become food pollution. This shows that the composting project really needed to make sure our earth was free from food pollution. However, most people don't want to do composting because the duration that is taking to be turned into fertilizer is too long, like months usually. Although there are already several composting projects that are being sold, it still has few shortcomings. With that, we came up with an idea for this compost project called E-Compost Bin. It is to increase composting awareness in our community and prevent food pollution from happening. We improve the composting bin that is already in the market with a few important things like removing bad smells, shortening time for composting, and it is easy to use.
According to Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, Deputy Chief Executive Officer Muhammad Wahari said, Malaysian threw away 16,688 tons of food daily. Malaysian wasted food every day, enough to feed 12 million people in the world. Without their knowledge, food waste combustion can cause air pollution. When food waste is thrown into landfill, it can produce a large amount of methane. High level of methane can cause difficulty in breathing to humans because it reduces the amount of oxygen in the air.
Objective of E-Compost Bin are: firstly, to increase the nutrient of fertilizer with minimal mechanical processing and odor. Next, encourage the production of beneficial bacteria and fungi that break down organic matters in order to create humus. And lastly, reduce landfill waste, thus improving the level of cleanliness of the settlement area.
Our project under the field of innovation, and we choose to go deep into incremental innovation. Incremental innovation stands for a series of a small improvement that made to an existing product. We found that it takes time for us to make a fertilizer and take care of our plants. We also found that we always waste our leftover foods. So, we decided to renovate a bin that can plant some plants. The leftover will be blended and become a fertilizer to the plants. It will have a barrier so that the fertilizer will not flow into the plant too much. And for the water, we will put a tray so the water reservoir will flow to the plants. So, it will not waste our leftover food and also save our time. These products are suitable for adults who are busy with their works but still wanted to plant their plants.
What's up, you guys?
Significant problems and their solution. Firstly, large total amount of waste in landfill and settlement area. So the solution is, residents can compost their food waste with the help of bacteria and fungi by using this e-compost bin. Next, garbage bins that are in landfills have excess moisture which causes foul odors and flies to perch. The solution is, we use carbon filter to keep our e-compost bin odorless and prevent flies to perch. And lastly, residents are having difficulties by planting trees because they require to buy fertilizer for their crops. By having this e-compost bin, residents can make their own fertilizer for their crops and also save water by helping soil hold moisture.
This E-Compost Bin project comprises of 3 main working parts, which are a container for food waste, an elevated watering system, and 3 soil pots. The food waste container is located on one side of the indoor plant and turns your leftover food scraps into compost for fertilizer. On top of that, there is also have carbon filter that make this bin odorless. E-composting is a method used to decompose organic solid waste and fertilize the soil for gardening. The slim and attractive watering system is situated directly above the garden pots and provides the mini garden with water for photosynthesis. The indoor gardening system is completely self-sustaining and conveniently sized in order to fit into any kitchen or living space. The system itself works after food waste is dumped into the container on the left-hand side, fertilizing the soil contained in the trio of modestly sized pots, each of which provides energy for plants to then grow and thrive. The other benefits of this bin is for users to cultivate their own small vegetable garden because food accounts for 46.2% of combustible waste. The interest in gardening, especially indoor gardening and sustainable living, is rising with younger generations as city living becomes more popular. In urban spaces, ecologically conscious living is tricky as there is less yard space and community gardens can be hard to come by. E-Compost bin makes sustainable living possible for any city home, from the small efficiency studio to the 3-story townhouse. As long as you've got a kitchen counter or window sill, your personal vegetable garden awaits.
Our project is particular for home or office use as it can help to improve our environmental condition. We are very sure that this project will become the most option for housewives out there as it can help them to reduce unpleasant smell in their kitchen, and also at the same time they can have a mini planting. As the process to make this project is quite difficult, we are all agreed to put a reasonable and affordable price. We also use simple and elegant style to make this project because we think that most of the people love simple things. We hope that this project will contribute to improve the quality of our environment and also the quality of human life.